morning dear students. I am here again for our botany paper second, plant physiology. In the previous lectures we finished our first two chapters. The first one is the introduction to plant physiology, the second absorption of water. Now in this lecture we are going to start our chapter third, ascent of sap. So by word, sap is the solution which contain water along with the dissolved mineral nutrients. Ascent means lifting up or upliftment of water and minerals from root to the shoot of the plant, that is called as the ascent of the sap. So plant absorb water and minerals from the soil through their roots. The absorbed water and minerals are supplied to various plant parts like branches, flowers, fruits for their growth and development. Thus, the water along with dissolved nutrients are lifted up from the roots and reaches to the shoot of the plant, that is called as the ascent of sap. So by definition, ascent of sap is the upliftment of water and minerals from root to the shoot of a plant is known as the ascent of sap, while the sap is the water with dissolved mineral nutrients. So ascent of sap, it describes the upliftment of water and minerals from root to the shoot of the plant. After absorption of water along with the dissolved mineral nutrients from the soil through the roots, more precisely through the root hair, that sap has been uplifted to the various part of the plants like branches, flowers, fruits, leaves. So this is known as the ascent of sap. The process of ascent of sap circulates and distributes the required nutrients needed for their development to all parts of the plant. The ascent of sap takes place against the gravitational force and thus must require a very strong force. The ascent of sap in the tallest trees of the world like redwood tree, tall conifers, eucalyptus, which are more than 100 meters in height, is in fact a difficult task for plants. For many years, to understand this phenomenon was a challenge for plant physiologists. Even today, the process of ascent of sap has not been explained satisfactorily. There are two main aspects involved in the ascent of sap. The first one is the path for ascent of sap and the second one is the mechanism of ascent of sap. Now we are going to start our first point, path of ascent of sap. The upward translocation of water and minerals mainly takes place through the xylem tissue. So xylem tissue is a water conducting tissue which uplift the water and minerals from root to the shoot of the plant. So the upward translocation of water and minerals are mainly takes place through the xylem tissue, and many workers have accepted that xylem is the main path for ascent of sap. The xylem tissue consists of xylem vessels, tracheids, xylem parenchyma and xylem fibers. In figure you see the xylem elements. The xylem vessels or vessel elements which are shorter in length but having a large diameter or a broad diameter, while tracheids are longer in length having small diameter or they having a narrow diameter. And if you see the xylem fibers, these are long thread likes having very fine diameter. So this structure is ideally suited for the conduction of water. So the path of, if you trace the path of the xylem sap, the water has been conducted through the xylem tissue, through the xylem vessels, xylem tracheids and xylem fibers. So these structures are ideally suited for the ascent of sap from root tip to the shoot tip of the plant body. The xylem tissue form an ideal conducting strands or tubes in the plant body, and these tubes are continuous and very rigid. The water and minerals are absorbed by the root hairs from the soil, that we seen in the previous lecture during the absorption of water. So the water and minerals are absorbed by the root hairs from soil and passes through epiblema or epidermis into the cortical cells. From the cortex it reaches to the endodermis. From the endodermis it moves into pericycle through the passage cell, because endodermis having a thick wall due to the deposition of lignin and suberin, but at the same time this shows the passage cells in front of the protoxylem. So from endodermis it moves into pericycle through the passage cells and finally enters the xylem tissue. So xylem is the water conducting tissue. So through this xylem tissue the water has been uplifted to the various part of the plant. So from xylem the water and minerals are uplifted to shoot and reaches the leaves. This complete journey of water and minerals is described as the path of ascent of sap. If in figure if you see, the water is present in the soil, so I said it is a soil water along with the dissolved mineral nutrients. So these are present in the soil. Roots are in a close contact with the soil solution, that is the soil water and minerals. So root hairs absorb soil water and minerals. From root hairs water enters into the epiblema or epidermis. From epidermis it moves into the cortical cells. From cortex it reaches to the endodermis. From endodermis it moves into the pericycle through the passage cell, and finally the water has been enters inside the xylem tissue. So xylem tissue is a water conducting tissue. So the xylem strands which circulate or distribute the water up to the shoot tip and the leaves. So this is about the path for ascent of sap. Thank you.